Houston, y'all got a serious problem on your hands. What's going on, y'all? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. We're going to have a little bit of fun on today's show because Deshaun Watson, he is not a very happy man. So we decided to get a little bit edgy on today's show. We are going to rank from 31 all the way down to 1, the teams most likely to make a trade for the Houston Texans star quarterback Deshaun Watson. Before we dive into that, let's give you a little bit of background information. Watson's not a very happy camper right now. Really, this goes back to last week when Watson posted that cryptic tweet after Nick Caserio joined the Houston Texans. And obviously, you saw the whole the whole DeAndre Hopkins things last year with the trade. It's just been going downhill for basically an entire year in Houston. And realistically, I thought that the Houston Texans were going to be the team that competed with the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC for many years to come. But now it looks like a total disaster, a total dumpster fire. So what are we exactly talking about new that happened today? Here's a tweet that happened. I was on 2. Then I took it to a 10. This is what Deshaun Watson tweeted out. This is also basically a few minutes after the Houston Texans decided to keep Easterby, who Watson has basically come out and said, realistically, almost nobody likes him whatsoever inside the organization. For those of you that don't know what this means, this is a little bit more background. This is from Schefter. Also worth noting, one source said this week that after Houston traded Pro Bowl wide receiver Deandre Hopkins last offseason, Deshaun Watson's anger level was a 2. This time, it's a 10. So as you can imagine, he was only a 2 for the Hopkins trade. Now he is at a 10. Also, I want to give a special shout-out to my man Tom Downey, who got retweeted by Adam Schefter, and that's anytime that happens, that shit's pretty cool. So if Watson is traded, this is what his cap hit would be for his new team. That's pretty darn good, $10.54 million. That's a really nice thing that a lot of teams are going to be interested in, especially when you lead the league in passing yards, which he did in 2020, 4,823 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, but oh wait, he also had 444 rushing yards. He had 3 rushing touchdowns. He is one of the most young and dynamic young quarterbacks. Plus, he's been compared to Michael Jordan, so that's got to be pretty good, right? So go ahead, get your votes in here. Will Deshaun Watson play for the Houston Texans in 2021? I want you to type Y for yes, or I want you to type N for no. About a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I made a Deshaun Watson trade destinations video. This time, we're going to mix it up a little bit, got some higher teams ranked up, bumped down some other teams as well. So Y for yes, N for no. I'll tell you what, though. I can't read the future or where he's going to go, but I can guarantee you one thing. If he does get traded, Chat Sports is just going to combust. We're going to be raising the roof, and we're going to be making y'all a video. That's what we do here. Breaking news, we're keeping you covered. The latest news and rumors, we got you. And if you have been subscribed for a while, you know that these Deshaun Watson trade rumors have been a buzzing. So hit that big red button and subscribe. Deshaun Watson trade destinations. Again, we're going to be breaking it down from 31 all the way to 1. And I'm going to say this right now. If you get mad at me, realistically, from 31 to 19, that is a you problem. It's not a me problem because we struggle just as much here around the office. So the Chiefs, they got Patrick Mahomes. The Seahawks, they got Russell Wilson. 29-28, I can't imagine that Houston trades within that division. Ryan Tannehill, Trevor Lawrence. But you know what? We did want to have a little bit of fun. Imagine this, okay? If you were Urban Meyer, who is now the new head coach at Jacksonville, it still sounds weird to say, and you had a decision to make. And what if Houston was like, give us the number 1 overall pick, and you can have Deshaun Watson? What would you do? Pick a quarterback. Type DW for Deshaun Watson, or I want you to type L for Trevor Lawrence. If you want to type TL for Trevor Lawrence, either one, go down to the comments and let me know. Let's now go to the Bengals, Bills, Cardinals, Ravens. You're going to see a theme here. These guys got quarterbacks. Joe Burrow, who's this? Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson. They're going to keep those guys. At number 23, the LA Chargers, Justin Herbert, Rookie of the Year. The Rams, they got a lot of money committed to Jared Goff. Tom Brady's having a solid year. The Philadelphia Eagles don't know who they're going to play at quarterback, but they got minus $76 million in terms of cap space. Minus $76 million. That ain't good. So you're not going to be able to afford Deshaun. How about this? Number 19, the Atlanta Falcons, who sounds like they just hired Arthur Smith to be their head coach. And then 18, the Green Bay Packers. The reason why the Green Bay Packers, some of you are like, Mitch, why 18? They weren't really committed on Aaron Rodgers. Let's just say, hypothetically, they don't pay him money because he wants to make more money after winning the MVP. Then they decide, okay, Aaron, you get to go somewhere else, and then I don't think Jordan Love's going to be very good. Can you see all these things going on in my head? It's really hard to rank those from 18 to 32. 17, Kirk Cousins. 16, the Colts. The Colts actually have a need for Deshaun Watson. However, I can't imagine Houston being that dumb trading him to a divisional team, right? Right? It is Houston after all. So go down to the comments section and let us know, where will Deshaun Watson play in 2021? If you can answer this question for me, hit me up on Instagram. Let me know what the lottery numbers are going to be like for tonight, because I'm telling you what, as much as I love making these videos, I wouldn't mind making as much money as Deshaun Watson. I feel like the only way that's possible, because I don't got the arm talent, is to win the lottery. But obviously when you're talking about a quarterback that is this talented, just about every single team is going to be interested. So, where will Deshaun Watson play in 2021? I'll tell you what, at number 15, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the thing that I love about the internet is all the amazing things that you can find. Don't get me wrong. You can find a lot of crazy, dark things. That's what Reddit's for, and that's some of Twitter as well. But the creativity, some of these people, incredible. Look at Deshaun Watson in the Steelers jersey. Steeler fans, if you like this, hey, go ahead and like the video. At number 14, we got the Cleveland Browns, who just took care of business against Pittsburgh. Yes, Baker Mayfield, they drafted number 1 overall. Yes, he's been doing a lot better job, but perhaps they could upgrade at QB. At number 13, it's the Las Vegas Raiders. Any single time a quarterback is mentioned, John Gruden, quarterback whisperer. Seems like they're going to be okay. Confident, though, sticking with Derek Carr. At number 12, we got the Dallas Cowboys. And realistically, this one was a tough for me to wrap my mind around, because I like Dak Prescott. He is a top 7 quarterback, top 8 quarterback, and if Dallas was smart, they would have paid him. However, they haven't really shown that they've been committed whatsoever, and he is the number 1 free agent right there out on the market. So how about this, y'all? Let's get wild. If you're Jerry Jones, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, do you make a trade for Deshaun Watson, or do you just sign Dak Prescott, or maybe even franchise tag him? Who's the better quarterback? Let me know in the comments section. DW for Deshaun Watson or DP for Dak Prescott. Number 11 here is the New York Giants. Daniel Jones, I'm just not sold on him whatsoever. And if you're Deshaun, you're probably looking at Dallas. You're probably looking at New York, and you're like, wait a minute, I can totally own the NFC at least here. Yes, Deshaun, yes, you can. At number 10, it is the Detroit Lions. I know Matthew Stafford hasn't really been committed there, but be honest with me, sorry, Detroit fans ahead of time. If you're Deshaun Watson and you got to pick between all 31 teams, would you really go to Detroit? Would you? I don't think you would. Let's go to number 9 now, where we got the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees is not getting any younger. That's a fact. Watson, I think personally, would absolutely thrive with Sean Payton. And if you're realistically trying to say what team gives him the best chance to win a Super Bowl, I could realistically throw out the New Orleans Saints. The other issue with New Orleans, remember how earlier I said about a cap situation with Philly? These guys are like minus $90 million. I'm not going to be surprised if after this show I got a missed call from Sean Payton, from Drew Brees, asking me for money to help them get out of their cap situation. It's not looking pretty, but the fit does make a lot of sense. Let's go to number 8 here, the Denver Broncos. And shout out to Sam, who started making videos here at Chat Sports around his Denver team. But chatsports.com/Broncos TV, I just don't personally see this one happening, for the simple fact of John Elway, I am convinced, wants to be the greatest quarterback in Denver history. He's missed on a lot of other players, but he was able to bring in Peyton Manning. He was able to get a Super Bowl out of him. But we're just trying to show you some awesome pictures that we were able to find. Number 7 here in our Deshaun Watson trade destinations, from 31 all the way down to 1. This is kind of where I'm getting a little bit more serious. I guess 9 was the real tier, but now we're starting to get even more serious. The Washington football team. They're a quarterback away. That's obvious. This is one of the best young defenses in all football. You got Terry McLaurin. You got a fun running back in Gibson. And you add Deshaun to that mix, I'll tell you what, they would be the favorite to win that division. And I know that's something that I know Deshaun wants to be able to do. Go to the playoffs just about every single year. Number 6 on our list here is the New England Patriots. Cam Newton, Jarrett Stidham. Yep, that ain't going to work out in New England whatsoever. The Patriots, though, they do simply lack a lot of weapons on the outside. And a lot of people always throw out the idea, ooh, imagine Bill Belichick doing this. Ooh, imagine this or that. I'll tell you what, if I was Deshaun, this wouldn't be a team that I'd want to go to. They have no talent around him whatsoever. And I'm going to look at a few other teams, which you're about to see on this list here. But I don't even know with Deshaun Watson if the Patriots can beat the Buffalo Bills. I don't even know if they're better than the Miami Dolphins. That's something you got to think about. Something else you got to think about here. I want you guys to be staying safe, doing the right things. Go to chatsports.com/stay safe. So if you got a favorite NFL team, I imagine you do, right? So we have NFL face masks for all 32 NFL teams, ranging from packs from 1 all the way up to packs of 4, and some of these bad boys are on sale, like up to 75% off. Probably one of my favorite parts about all these masks, they are machine washable. Don't be the guy that wears the same mask over and over again. You're going to break out. I broke out like 2 weeks ago talking about acne. Luckily, you can wash these here, and you're totally safe. Chatsports.com/stay safe is the link. I'm going to put it in the comments and in the description. Top 5 time, the New York Jets. They just hired a new head coach, Robert Saleh. Number 2 overall pick. Maybe you're not sold on Justin Fields. Maybe you're not sold on another quarterback. Could you maybe look at a guy like Deshaun Watson, giving up that 2 pick, maybe giving up another 2 first-round picks? New York needs a face to the franchise. Deshaun Watson would not only be the face of the franchise for the New York Jets, I'll tell you what, man. He might be the face of New York sports. Because somebody else tell me a face of New York sports right now. Friends, Lindor, that's baseball. Nobody cares about baseball. Deshaun, you can run the Big Apple, my man. Number 4 on our list here for Deshaun Watson trade destinations, it's the Carolina Panthers. If I'm trying to be Deshaun's agent, and I'm like, hey, man, where do I think that you could put up the best numbers and have the most, honestly, like solid career in the long run, I might actually throw out the name of Carolina. You have Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel. You have an incredible offense. Matt Rule's an up-and-coming coach. And if I'm looking at my division, Drew Brees, he's old. Matt Ryan, he's old. And I'm trying to think of the other, Tom Brady, he's old. So those guys aren't going to be playing for very long. You could realistically really take over the NFC South. And a lot of times people point that he went to Clemson. I know he's got a lot of fans, especially in that state. Let's go to number 3 here on our list, the San Francisco 49ers. Injury-riddled season, no doubt about that. Garoppolo was only able to play 6 games. And all offseason, 49ers flirted with Tom Brady. They flirted with this quarterback. They flirted with that quarterback. And we have a very popular San Francisco 49ers channel here. And from what I hear from them, they want Deshaun Watson. Why? Because I honestly still believe that they are a quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo is a manager where he's good enough to get you there, but is he honestly good enough to get you over the hump? I'll tell you what, this might be hot takey, it might not. If the 49ers have Deshaun Watson, they beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They got a Super Bowl chance. And if that's all you need to get there, guess what? Maybe it's something you should end up doing. Before I give you my top 2 teams, hey, all I want you guys to do maybe after this video, if you had a good time watching, hit me up on IG. I'm doing fantasy football, NFL, Raiders. We do all sorts of stuff here at Chat Sports. But ultimately, if you guys have more questions or if you absolutely hate my list and you want to yell at me, at least hate on me on Instagram. That's where I'm at, Mitchell Renz 365. Number 2, the Chicago Bears. Yes, the Bears. My man Harrison Graham, he said that he would give up 4 first-round picks for Watson. To be honest with you, I would do the same thing. If I was Houston, I don't even know if I'd give up Watson for 5 first-round picks. That's how valuable he is. But this is going to be a football team that needs to figure out where they are and who they are going forward. Chicago obviously took Trubisky over Watson in 2017. You can totally end all that BS with making a blockbuster trade. They have the defense to be able to compete. They have a great running back in David Montgomery to compete. Maybe they should bring back Allen Robinson. It seems like that's still a little bit questionable to me. But if you want to talk about a team that is super, super close and you give them Deshaun Watson, I understand Green Bay right now is the number 1 seed in the NFC. I might take Chicago with Deshaun Watson over the Green Bay Packers. So Bears, make the move. At number 1, it's the Miami Dolphins. And one of the reasons why I'm going to go with the Dolphins here is, well, they're kind of the only team that's been mentioned in a report. Was the report kind of BS? Sure, but still they were mentioned in it. Dolphins have plenty of draft capital, and I mean a lot of draft capital. 2 first-round picks this year, 2 second-round picks this year, and if there's been a team that's been able to pull off some big blockbuster trades with Houston before, it's actually been Miami. I mean, most recently with Laramie Tunsil, that one was for 2 first-round picks. And the Dolphins, they have a lot of cap money to spend. Plus, they are super, super young. Like, if I'm Deshaun, who apparently he grew up watching a lot of Dolphins tape, or watching a lot of Dolphins games, at least that's what all the Dolphins fans here at Chat Sports tell me, it would definitely be something to consider. So, Deshaun, these are your top 5 teams. These are the teams that are the most likely, in my opinion, to go out and make the deal. So where will Watson play in 2021, y'all? Go down in the comments section. Let us know if you made it this far in the video and you enjoyed what we had here at Chat Sports. Make sure you like the video, share it to your friends, because the more people that watch this, the more it helps us out. One more time, where will Deshaun Watson play in 2021?